Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I have an honors degree in political science and a minor in history from the University of Calgary, and I am just about to enter my third year of law school, also here at the U of C.
Awesome. And would you like to discuss with us what you've been involved with at the U of C and beyond?
Sure. I was an extensively involved student during my undergrad, most particularly with the Students' Union, where I served twice as an elected official, once in an executive capacity. But I was also involved with my departmental club, the Political Science Association, and I also got involved with some off-campus things, including National Model United Nations, which is a great big Model UN simulation in New York, as well as some advocacy groups that advocate both on a provincial and national basis on behalf of student issues.
Awesome. And how would you describe those experiences?
It's hard to, bundle it all down to a few things, but I would say that they truly defined my university experience. I don't remember, all of the exams or the papers that I wrote, but I do remember the times I spent sitting in SU meetings or going to club events or participating in Model UN simulations or getting the chance to meet the Prime Minister in his Parliament Hill office to advocate on behalf of students. And those are the types of things that I think I'll remember 20 and 30 years from now when I'm done university. It's truly what defines the experience.
Also, how did you get started with these kind of positions? Did you start in your first year?
Probably more in my second year, I started to get involved. What I was really ticked off about, I remember after my first year, was I failed this assignment that had to do with preparing a bibliography using a particular citation style. And so I ran for the Students' Union advocating for what I was calling a universal citation system. Sort of one system to rule them all, because really who cares where all of the commas and periods and decimal goes and where the date is and whether or not you put the last name first, the first name last. So that's what got me mad in first year and got me involved in student politics in my second year. And then in my third, fourth, and fifth years is when I started getting involved in sort of more of the government advocacy and some of the Model UN stuff.
And also, how have the opportunities, how have the experiences that you've had with getting involved kind of led to further opportunities?
It's funny because a lot of the things that I got involved with, I certainly didn't do with a view to adding to the resume. But at the end of the day, when you pile up all of your student leadership experience and all of your extracurricular experience, those are the type of things that I've found that are really putting me over the top in terms of getting jobs. It's certainly what got me into law school, and it certainly helped me land a clerkship at the Alberta Court of Appeal and obtain a job with a premier national law firm here in Calgary. So these types of activities, which are a lot of fun while you're doing them, will in fact be what puts you over the edge when you're out there in the real world looking for jobs and new opportunities.
And how would you say it's affected you as a person, like on a personal level?
It's had a tremendous impact. I've certainly made many friends that I'm sure will be friends for life. I've learned a lot about myself, about how I function in professional settings, how I function in leadership settings, how to be a good follower, which is also an important skill. It's taught me how to deal with interpersonal conflict, how to build relationships with others, networking, and how to discover opportunities that I didn't even realize existed.
Great. And what advice would you give to first-year students just coming in, maybe from high school or another institution, come to the UC for the first time, on just what would you say to them for advice?
Well, take some time, get a lay of the land, figure out what you want to get involved with, but definitely get involved with something. It'll make your university experience exponentially better than if you just show up here for 3 or 4 hours a day, go to class, and then go home. It'll pay dividends in the future. And last but certainly not least, grow a beard. It will help distinguish you from all of those beardless people.